exciting day. Our aluminum tube showed up, and at the moment it looks like it's in one piece.
So this is how awesome. We got a taxi driver here. He brought us over here. He's got his hood racks on and he has rope with him to help us tie it down. We're going to make it easy today instead of walking with it, even though it's light. We're trying to get stuff done quick, so we're going to go over to the aluminium shop now.
After bringing our bent whisker pole in to be fixed 2.5 weeks ago, finding out they couldn't source the right size tubing, and then waiting for a piece of aluminum to be shipped down from the US, this project was the last thing holding us here in Mexico. Now that the piece was finally here, we couldn't wait to tackle the job and get it done. The repair was fairly simple, and we only really needed to be in the aluminum shop to have space to work and some tools available. The hardest part of all of it was visualizing how to put all the pieces back together, just like a giant puzzle. When the old bent pole was cut apart, we had no idea what we would find inside. It turns out there's another long, skinny tube that slides inside with a disc to guide a block and tackle which extends and retracts the pole. Well, of course, more challenges, even though we have the tube here, our aluminum tube. Turns out it's a little bit thicker. Our old tube was 3/16 and this one is 1/4 inch thickness. And there's a little disc that has to go inside. It does not fit because it's in a 1/16 of an inch too small. So we tried sanding, grinding, and now we have it on a little grinding wheel to try and get it down so it'll fit inside.
The old one, about 3/16, and this is the new one, a bit thicker, about an 1/8. It's coming in.
Eventually, after more than an hour of tediously grinding and sanding, we were able to make the disc fit and slide freely. But then we encountered another problem. On the other end of the new pole, we would need to mount the jaws attachment, which also did not fit into the thicker pole. With this being a much more critical adjustment and fit, we headed up to the local machine shop. They're gonna basically grind down that kind of end cap so that it will fit in our tube.
Well, as Hillary was pointing out earlier, we ended up with the wrong size, the thickness. I'm not sure how. We got a 1/4 inch. I don't know what we thought. We're not really sure, but basically it's an 1/8 of an inch. So it's thicker, being stronger, being also now heavier. But we do have to get some of it bored out to actually fit the little bracket, the jaws.
Jaws, and I think they're actually going to take some off of the jaws part rather than boring out of the tube because they were worried that it might damage it doing it that way.
Yeah, they weren't sure how good the machine was to be able to get it that fine from a 1/4 inch down to an 1/8.
Back at this awesome machine shop we found for the 3rd time. So this little tube is what this line pulls through, and when they were tightening the nuts on, we were almost done with the pole. This little tube broke the threads, so brought it into this awesome machine shop.
For a second there we thought we were going to have another problem because the dies they didn't have in the Imperial, they only had the millimeters, so we're going to have to recut it, but I think he found one.
Found one, yeah.
3 octavos, so 3/8.
Vamos a un tienda de tornillos inoxidable en la carretera aquí. La seguridad también. With the feeder tube for the line re-threaded, All we needed was a new bolt to go on it, and the pole would officially be finished. Whisker pole is done, finally. Got it all back together. A few more little hiccups at the end, but got it all sorted out. Done, loaded on truck, going back to the boat now.
Well, that's a big one done. Whisker pole is complete. It's going to be heavier than it was. We ended up with a much thicker wall diameter, which will give us extra strength. That wasn't planned, but it will add some weight to it, so that'll make it a little more difficult to deal with, get it in and out of the pole and everything. But it seems to work great after a few missteps. It did cost us a lot more than what we were thinking it was going to cost us, but it did take longer as well, so we kind of expected them to want to charge us more. We ended up paying around about $50 US for the guy that did his work, plus like another 10 or 20 bucks here and there at the machine shop to get some things done. Heading down the main strip in town. All the buses stop, great food stands, great little markets, beautiful town. Love Zihuatanejo, get down here if you haven't been. Capitania del Porto, who's just over here by the dock. We're going to find out from them what exactly we need to do so we can get our Zarpe, which is our checkout papers. Basically all we care about right now is we need something for when we get to the next country to hand them. So when we get to Costa Rica, we're going to be able to give them that Zarpe that says where we came from and all that sort of jazz, you know? Hillary's back here at the fruit and chicken shop, which is a very interesting mix. Now we're starting our provisioning today, so we just did a bunch of meat, red meat over here at the carniceria, and now we're over here at the fruit and chicken shop getting some chicken, because we're going to do a big canning session tonight when it's a little bit colder, and then we're going to go to the grain shop around here to get our spices and stuff like that. Hillary's loading me up here, putting all our meat in the bag. Turns out I had a piece of aluminium pipe in my bag with the meat. All that chicken, what did we get, about 2.5 kilos you said? 2.5
kilos of chicken.
2.5 kilos for just maybe $12, $13. It's not bad.
Walking through the local town market is one of our favorite things to do, and it's definitely a full sensory experience, complete with very unique smells, sights, and sounds. It's amazing the variety of things that you can find here. Everything from produce to meat to dry goods and even toys, hardware, and home goods.
Finally getting around to that canning. The hardest part of the canning is done. We've browned off all the meat here. I'm going to place it in these jars now and get it in the pressure cooker. Hillary's been working on getting our exit papers for Mexico because we're going to be leaving here hopefully tomorrow or this weekend if we can get our checkout and everything done, and it's going to be a long trip from here south.
After another visit to the port captain, phone calls with customs and immigration, and sending all of our documents off to multiple places, we managed to coordinate our checkout of the country, which began with an inspection of Varuna by the local customs agents. And since there's no dock to pull into in Zihuatanejo, these nice custom girls braved climbing in and out of our little dinghy and getting rowed to and from shore with us for the inspection. With their customs paperwork done, it was immigration's turn to check our documents and then give us the all-important stamps in our passports. Well, we are officially checked out of Mexico. We have a Zarpe.
Yay?
Yay!
That's all we really wanted.
That's all we needed. That and a stamp in our passport, which we got.
Yesterday we rode the two customs ladies out here. That was exciting for them. I think they were a bit nervous.
Quite the adventure for them. I do not think they were planning on doing that today.
No. But all was good, no issues. It was quite easy to check out. And in the end, I think our whole checkout cost us 288 pesos.
288 pesos, so about 15 bucks to check out.
And that's for the Zarpe and the paperwork from the port captain. But customs and immigration were great. They came here from the airport just to come out and check us out. I mean, wow, you
Awesome.
can't ask for better service than that, right?
3 customs guys and 2 immigration people, yeah. It's awesome.
Very nice.
Just got back from town. We did our very last minute thing, mailing some postcards to our awesome patrons.
We're out of here, guys. We just mailed off some postcards to our awesome patrons.
And we're leaving Mexico.
We're out of here. We're not officially here anymore because we've checked out, but we're going today. Bye.
Adios. Now we're gonna haul up anchor and just pop around the corner here to clean the bottom of the boat.
Water's very bad visibility here and not the cleanest water, and we really need to get the boat clean because we've been here for so long. So we're gonna go round the corner. I'll put a tank on and spend a good hour down there, probably more, cleaning it. We'll see what it looks like, I guess, once we get underneath.
And I'm gonna finish up one last video so we can make sure you guys have lots of videos to watch while we're out sailing until we get to Costa Rica.
And we'll leave maybe tonight or tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
Something like that.
All right, we are not quite out of Mexico. We're around the corner from the Bay of Zihuatanejo. Cleaned the bottom of the boat, and one last project we wanted to do is clean the backstay because it really needs a good scrub. Got some rust on there. Clean it up so it doesn't cause any problems. Ty's up there right now. There he is up there. I hoist him up the mast. Now he is going down the backstay and giving it a good scrub with some soap and water and Scotch-Brite along the way. Cleaning the rigging is one of those regular maintenance jobs on a sailboat that's easily forgotten and seems kind of frivolous, but it is actually quite important and easy to do if you keep up on it. Scrubbing the salt off and removing any light rust helps to keep the corrosion from penetrating too deep into the metal and compromising the strength.
We need to do this when it's calm.
It's a good idea.
When you get up high, obviously you get a lot more, what is it? It amplifies the movement. Not as bad as we thought it would be, but it'd probably be easier on a calm day.
Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, and even consider becoming a patron if you'd like to keep these videos coming. Until next time, adios.